Welcome back po sa Men of Light. Kasama niyo pa rin po si Father Ching Fertes, si Bishop David, at ako po si Father Deo Galang. Ang title po ng ating episode ngayon is When We Weep, from John 11, 1 to 45. It is the story of the affections of Jesus, the Jewish people, and Martha to Lazarus who died. And it was this experience of love and weeping that brought Lazarus back to life. At ang ating pong second point, but before we go there, Father Ching will give us the cell phone number of Men of Light. Kung gusto niyo pong mag-text, magbigay ng feedback or prayer request, Father Ching, please.
Yun pong ating cell phone number, 0921-251-5272.
Okay. Meron pong gustong basahin si Bishop sa atin because we were distinguishing between crying and weeping, between pag-iyak at pagtangis. Dahil po hindi po lahat ng mga umiiyak ay talagang nanggagaling po sa puso. Mayroon lang medyo siguro natouch sa pelikulang napanood, no? Pero this time we listen to Bishop showing us yung how David wept.
Well, ito yung kinukwento ko sa inyo kanina tungkol dun sa kay David nung balitaan siya na namatay yung kanyang anak na si Absalom. No? Because he did not want his son die. He didn't want to see his son die in spite of the fact that Absalom was a rebel. You know, he rebelled against his father. Tapos sabi niya, please take care of my son. Ganon. Of course, no, they did not take care of his son. And they came home with the bad news. And when the news was broken to the king was shaken. And he went up to the room over the city gate to weep. And as he wept, he said, my son Absalom, my son Absalom, if only I had died instead of you, Absalom, my son.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine, he's the king, no?
Yeah, he's the
king. And he has other sons and daughters and family. And yet that is what we mean by weeping, no? Kung minsan naririnig din ho na, sana ako na lang.
Yeah.
Sana ako na lang. It is a very strong capacity to sacrifice for another. Kaya sabi po natin, weeping is not for anong tawag dito? It's not about gender.
Yeah.
Kasi nga yung narinig ko dun sa matandang uncle sa baryo, huwag kang umiyak, parang hindi ka lalaki. Huwag kang umiyak, parang mahina ka. Sinasabi lang po natin dito sa Men of Light, ang pagtangis is not about men or women, boys and girls, strong and weak. Actually, it's human to cry. It is the most human thing that we can do. Kaya nga nakakatakot yung taong hindi umiyak. Yung para bang walang nangyayari sa kanya. Yung parang, kumisan, ina-idolize natin yung parang walang emotion. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang parang bato.
Yeah.
Parang kahit anong mangyari. Ako, gustong-gusto ko po yung nagbabantay kay Jose Rizal doon sa may luneta. Parang kahit na kumanon ka, walang emotion. Maybe for purposes of official function, okay yan.
Yeah.
But you know, in terms of the deepest expressions of our relationship and humanity, actually, weeping for me is a very
healthy,
eloquent language of the soul.
Yes. So, alam mo, Father Deo, sa New Testament, there is another beautiful passage. Nung nag-goodbye naman si Paul.
By the way, Bishop, yung binasa ni Bishop kanina, if you want to check, it's from Samuel.
Second book of Samuel.
Second book of Samuel 19, no?
Yes.
Verse 1 and so on. Yung the death of Absalom.
Yeah. Ito namang sa New Testament, sa Acts of the Apostles, nung nagpapaalam na si St. Paul, doon sa mga kaibigan niya, doon sa community at Miletus. Tapos sabi dito, nag-speech siya in order to say goodbye. Itong hirap sa paalam. The trouble with hello is goodbye. When Paul had finished bidding farewell and speaking, he knelt down and prayed with them all. And they were all weeping loudly as they threw their arms around Paul and kissed him, for they were deeply distressed that he had said that they would never see his face again.
Wow.
Then they escorted him to the ship and said goodbye to him.
Wow. Ako, yung mga sinayan, nakikita ko po yan sa airport.
Sa airport.
Kaya po sa Pilipinas, medyo pinapalaki po ng konti yung departure. Dahil sa ibang bansa, wala lang pag-alis. Lalo na sa Pilipinas, medyo malapit po tayo sa bawat isa.
Yeah.
And we allow people to grieve. Parang ako, pinakaayaw ko yung sin na yung mga security, tinutulak yung mga well-wishers na umaalis na kumisan, nag-arkila pa ng saraw o kaya mga malahabang sasakyan para lang yatid itong kanilang anak na pupunta sa abroad. And yet, ito pong sa gospel, no, kumisan, pag umaalis din yung Paris Priest, ganyan, no, parang si St. Paul, no. And yet, I think, I do not know if other forms of life are also weeping, no?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's most human to it.
Bigla ko naalala si Father Sutino, Father Sutiyutok, nung hinatid namin sa San Isidro, Paris.
Oo.
So, sabi niya, nung nagmimisa na siya, no? Talagang pagkatapos ng offertory, hindi na siya makapagsalita. Nandun ako, sabi niya, Ching, tuloy mo na, hindi ko na kaya sabi. Hindi mo na kaya sabi ako nung pumalit siya. Hindi na siya hindi na niya maituloy yung misa.
Yeah.
Ako rin, I experienced that. There was a time my father was really in a very bad situation. Nasa ICU siya. And sa ICU mismo, na-cardiac arrest siya.
Yeah.
And then I'm his son, eldest son. I'm very close to my father. And in that scene, when he was really dying, parang nandun na lahat yung mga doktor. I anointed my father.
Yeah.
Hindi ko man natapos. I was already weeping. And then I asked, it so happened, nandun si Among Ed, yung boss ko noon. Father, sabi niya, please continue anointing my father. It's the only anointing I never finished. No? It must be something more than just a professional thing you do.
Yeah.
It's that most human bond that you could ever respect so much. Kaya sana, with this gospel in our reflection, wag ho nating maliitin yung mga taong who are weeping. They are not weak actually.
Yeah.
They are like you and me.
Tsaka siguro yung ibang angulo rin ng pagtangis, no, yung minsan sa mga ganyan na sitwasyon, pero may sitwasyon din ako minsan pag yung buhay natin parang hindi mo parang ayaw pumunta doon sa tamang lugar, talagang napapatangis tayo, no, yung bang parang gusto mo pero yung hindi mo magawa. At kung minsan may maririg mo sa ibang tao, ganito na lang bang buhay ko? Palagi na lang bang magulo yung buhay ko?
Yeah.
Ganun na, at sa kanila, yung pagtangis na yun, isang paraan para gumaan yung kanilang bigat na nararamdaman.
At saka admission din siya that we are not always in command.
Oo, totoo yan.
Yeah.
Totoo yan.
Kasi, bakit ba? Kailangan ba nating ipakita na hindi naman tayo Superman? Yung tipong na parang all the time you are in control. Nakakatakot nga yung mga tao na they have to give the impression that they are in control all the time.
Even in the most severe moment that they are no longer in control. Alam niyo po, bilang pare, 17 years na po akong pare. No? Yung nag-anniversary po ako nung Thursday. Na-realize ko yung I am most privileged to see families and people in this grieving stage. No? Very sensitive but vulnerable ang bawat isa. And I notice mas masakit po ang grieving ng taong who used to be in control.
Yeah.
Yung mga taong mataas yung posisyon, na dating sila yung in command. Yung dating pag sinabi nila, nangyayari. Hindi pwedeng hindi. Pag sanay silang they are powerful and they manage everything.
Yeah.
Nasa kamay nila lahat.
Yeah.
And then darating yung sa puntong they realize they are
not in
already weak.
control. Yeah.
They're no longer in control. Mahina na, gustong tumayo, hindi makatayo. Parang gustong huminga. Kung minsan nahihirapan huminga. I could see in their face that experience of pain, no?
Yeah.
And maybe when we weep, no, yung mga taong hindi umiyak sa kanilang buhay, parang kung minsan they suffer more in the end. Ako, wag po sanang magalit yung mga lalaki, no? Kung minsan parang mas emotionally strong yung mga babae.
Oo, because they express
could
it.
easily express their pain. They cry. Yung lalaki, parang wala lang kumisan. Hindi naman lahat, of course. Pero sometimes, yun nga, there's something unnatural happening inside them.
Yes. And sabi nga ni Ching kanina, it's very therapeutic.
Therapeutic.
Yeah. And it's people who, minsan people are more concerned about maintaining their poise.
Ako iyak, boss ako, parang gano'n. Pari ako, presidente ako, will I show my emotions?
Yeah.
Meron pa rin tayong effects of the Platonic philosophy.
Kung nung ordination anniversary nung isang alumnus ng San Jose, in-invite niya ako na magbigay ng homily, no? At mukha yatang nung medyo papatapos na yung homily, naiyak siya talaga. Eh, ang pangit-pangit niyang umiyak. Ganyan. Tapos binubulungan siya ng mga classmates. Sabi niya, tama na yan, mag-iyak. Ang pangit-pangit. But you see, who cares? Ito yung mga moments na, so what? Bakit? Do I have to look beautiful all the time?
Actually, yung mga jokes natin yan, it's our inability to accept also the tension of the weeping person.
That's right.
Kung minsan nagpapatawa tayo in the midst of very difficult situations like this kasi we cannot take such emotions.
So, baka ikaw din
You brush it away because you don't want to be involved also.
Yeah.
Ako kung minsan, hindi naman po siguro na, sasabihin ko rin, minsan ako, nag-homily ako mismo. When I would touch something that is important for me, parang I also would find myself emotionally involved with what I'm saying.
Hindi mo napapansin pag minsan bigla kang matataman. Hihinto, mag-iiba yung boses mo. No? Parang sa mga naging paring bagong pare, no? Yung ang napaka-poise nila, pero pag sinabi mo siya yung nanay nila,
nag-break na yung yung sinabi ko na ordination homily, Father Deo, yung kasi yung ending ko, sinabi ko, this is not really about you. This is about the Christ who has chosen you and allowed himself to be manifest through you. Sabi ko, this is what priesthood is about. So to end this homily, sabi ko, I'd ask you to please give me the privilege of kissing your hands the way I did 25 years ago. So lumapit ako. Tapos, I kissed him.
Wow, that's very...
Parang, I didn't realize that it was going to be so moving for him and that he would weep.
Wow.
Really weep.
Okay, we would go to the next point. Yung next point po natin, when we weep, we actually manifest our love, ang ating pagmamahal. At ang pagmamahal na ito ay nagbibigay din ng buhay. Babalik po ang Men of Light at ito po magiging kwentuhan natin after a few moments. Huwag po kayong aalis.